Hello and welcome to another video where we are playing mini motorways again, and once again we're doing the weekly challenge. This is for the week 17th of March 2025 to the 23rd of March 2025, and if you watched my video last week you saw that I did a practice run before I recorded a video of me playing the weekly challenge, and I actually did better in the practice run than I did in the actual video. So this time around I've scrapped the practice run. We're going in totally fresh. I've not posted any scores on this yet. And yeah, so this weekly challenge is going to be in Mumbai, and the challenges are that the map is going to be unzoned, so houses and destinations can appear anywhere, so I'm assuming that means you can have houses right next to destinations, which you can't normally have. Also got over it again, double the number of bridges awarded, we had that last week as well, and motorways to everywhere, double the number of motorways awarded, so that could be pretty powerful. It's been a hot second since I've played Mumbai, so I can't remember the map super well, to be honest. So let's see how this goes. What kind of scores are people posting so far? I've got a high score, wow, 11,500. Okay, I don't know if we're going to be up there, but good scores seem to be around 4,000 or 5,000. Let's see how we go. So this is a map with a train on it, it seems. They're keeping it pretty simple so far. We just got this blue destination and this red destination, but famous last words. I am wondering with this sort of houses can be zoned anywhere, if I should be kind of like safeguarding some of this space around the destinations to try and block houses from spawning there. I don't know quite how effective that's going to be, but I'll give it a go as a technique. Okay, and we've made it to the end of our first week. We've got the choice between traffic lights or roundabouts. I quite like roundabouts, so I think I will go for that. We've got another destination. Again, pretty simple to hook up, so I'll just go ahead and do that. And also try and safeguard the space around in the same fashion we've been doing. And another destination. House has appeared nice and close to it. It's being friendly to us so far. We've got a little blue one appearing at this station, so I'll just turn this guy around. And one more destination here. Because of my technique, I'm running a bit low on road tiles, so I might just have to suck it up and take some of those away. Ooh, we've got 30 road tiles or 2 traffic lights, and I'll go for 30 road tiles because of this technique that I'm trying to block houses from appearing right next to destinations. Let's see how it goes. And on to week 3. We are given the choice of bridges or motorways. I love a motorway, so we're going motorways. So this blue one appeared that was pretty easy to fix up, and we've got another blue one up here, also pretty easy to fix up. they are appearing right next to the destinations like this. As you can see, we've got another one over here that appeared right next to it. In the normal game, that wouldn't be allowed to happen. But so far it's not causing too much of a problem, although let's not count our chickens. And this guy's just turned into a circular destination, so he is probably going to be demanding a little bit more help from the houses. We don't need it loads, but to be honest, I could just hook this guy in using a little roundabout, just to give him any extra help if he needs it. And week 4, the choice between bridges or road tiles. We've got one bridge in stock. We do need quite a few more road tiles. I'm tempted to go for bridges, so let's do that. On to week 5, motorways or roundabout. Easy choice, we'll be going with the motorways, although we haven't really had any use for our motorways yet, which does make me hesitate whether the roundabout could be more useful at this point. Yeah, alright, I'm shocking myself and I'm going with the roundabout. It does feel like this level has started fairly slowly, although those do feel like famous last words one would say just before it becomes chaotic. Ooh, and one more destination in a kind of interesting spot here. We're going to have to use this guy who's going to need to cross the railway. Ah, but we have actually just had a more useful guy up here. So maybe we actually abandon this guy. Although I can see that it's not totally satisfying that need, so perhaps both are needed currently. Week 6, bridges or road tiles. We already have 3 bridges, and we're not that low on road tiles either. I think I'm going to go for bridges again. Ooh, and this blue one has turned into a yellow destination. This blue has turned into a circular destination. So we'll probably need more than just this one house. We've got one appearing just here. We have also got a guy here that we could rope in. Perhaps what I'll do is I'll turn this guy around and this guy can service this train station up here. We've got blues appearing everywhere. Well, now we've got a yellow down here, which I think we can solve fairly easily. Motorways or roundabout. I mean, our roundabouts really have been coming in helpful, so... And we've still not used either of our motorways, so I'm going to go roundabout again. We've got some houses appearing over this side of the map. For some reason, part of me really likes the idea of protecting some of this coastline for a coastal road of sorts. I don't really know why I'm doing this or if it's useful, but it feels right. Ooh, we've got a pink guy now attached to this station, which means we're probably going to have to rearrange a couple of our pink houses, which should be fine. Might just pause to see how I want to do that quickly. Okay, I think I'm happy with this arrangement. Does mean we've only got one pink serving this destination, and also only one pink serving this destination. We do have some spare pinks over here. They're just a little bit hard to hook up in the current arrangement, so I'm going to keep going like this and see how it plays out, and we can rearrange again if we're needed. Oh, and this one is upgraded, so he's definitely going to be hungry for a few more blues. We can chuck this roundabout in to pull this guy in from the bottom. And we do okay, interrupted. But 2 traffic lights or motorways. Don't have any traffic lights, but I am going to go for the motorways at this point. I'll just pause quickly because we do have 2 spare blues over here. I'm wondering if they could be roped in somewhere useful, so I'll have a look at that for a moment. I'm not so sure I want them actually connected for the moment, but I am just going to reserve this space for a road, so I could bring them in here if I wanted to, but right now this yellow is connected into this one and I'm a bit hesitant to remove that. I'm also looking at this pink. We did bring an extra pink from over here. I wonder if these guys should also be doing their bit to help. So again, I might just reserve the space at least to see, just so they're ready if they are needed at some point. And we've had a green appear way over here and 2 options for people to hook him up to. Oh, the third option, none of them that useful. They're all so spread out. So this might be the time we want to use our motorways, I think. Alright, we've got a very silly motorway that I imagine is going to be a temporary solution. I hope is going to be a temporary solution. And I think we're going to try and put a roundabout in here to help with these blues. And we do have a green down here that could try and do its bit to help as well. Run it along the coastal road for now. This is a terrible, terrible junction. And I definitely want to change this, but I'm not sure what we can do about it for now. Bridges or road tiles. We've already got 4 bridges. We're a bit low on road tiles, so let's go for the road tiles this time. It's probably a terrible idea, but I am thinking about linking these 2 up so that these pinks can also help out with this guy. I may grow to hate this idea, but let's see how we go. And a new destination right in time for week 10. Traffic lights or motorways. actually struggling with this a bit because we do still have 3 motorways in the bank, and especially with the arrangement I just did, there might be a couple of places where traffic lights could help. So why don't we risk it for a biscuit and go for those traffic lights? And I'm going to pause because we've had 2 new destinations come in, so might need to do a bit of rearranging. Let's see what we can figure out. Okay, I've done some pretty weird stuff, especially up here. I really don't know how this is going to go. Like, not even a little bit. So I think the only thing to do is just test it out, and we're going to have some terrible system here where for now we're probably going to need to have 2 motorways coming into it. Actually, maybe not. We'll see how this one goes with just its weird little sort of dog-leg coastal road and motorway. We do have 3 spare greens. They're just placed very annoyingly. So we've got 2 spare pinks here. I wonder if they can be roped in somewhere too. I think they can. I think they could probably come and help out this one. Obviously there is a more direct route through here, but I'm conscious of doing too many junctions. Although, I don't know, maybe, well, let's give it a go. I think a roundabout could be good here. In fact, I think it's probably more useful than this roundabout, where maybe a traffic light could even be used instead. So let's get that roundabout back and try and slot it in here if we can. I've got that roundabout back, so let me make these adjustments very quickly. There we go. I think we are ready to hit play and see if any of this works even a little bit. I've got a few spare yellows dotted around the map currently. A bit unclear of how I'm gonna fit those in, so we'll just see what happens. Looks like we have got a small blockage here of people waiting for that blue house, so I might need to try and put a traffic light here or something else. Or maybe even just get rid of this blue one. That might help it. Oh, and we've got a new yellow destination over here, so that's a use for this little guy, I think. This blue destination is only being served by one guy, and this may be struggling with it a bit, it's fair to say, so let's do another bit of rearranging. God, there's just constant rearranging with this, isn't there? But that's okay. That's how the game works. I'm not loving the look of this. Then we'll have to stop for that train. Not quite sure what we can do about it for now. I do think, to be fair, we might be able to separate these pinks and these blues from these pinks and these blues, so forgive me for pausing again to have a go at that. See if that works a little bit better. Does mean this pink only has one serving it, although it could cool from these ones if it needed to. Not sure if that'll work better or worse. Let's see. This pink destination is also ticking up a bit, so I've got to keep an eye on that. Ooh, and this one has become a circle. Interesting. That might slightly change what we need to do with these yellows, although it's kind of just grown a couple of new useful yellows, so won't do anything too drastically yet. Bridges or traffic lights. Again, kind of a tricky choice, to be honest, with this one. We've still got 3 bridges in the bank. I'm gonna go traffic lights. And this blue going circular in the middle is really quite bad news for us. He's only being served by one little house, so perhaps we can pipe in some blues from over here to the end of his driveway. And this blue could be connected in here. Don't love the fact that that's a junction on a railway, but I don't know if that really actually makes a difference to anything. I am still a bit worried about this red, and yeah, not doing anything because I don't know what to do about it. This guy does have his cars waiting at home, so I do wonder if he could be roped away from this smaller destination and piped in here instead. It's just how to get him to connect in without causing too much chaos. Let's see if that does anything for us. Gosh, we've got houses appearing everywhere. And I don't know if any of them are useful. This green guy is definitely struggling, which is not that much of a surprise. It's nearly Sunday, let's see what we get. Motorways or roundabout. Again, those roundabouts have been really useful, but I think I'm going to stick with motorways for now, partly because I think we just need to pipe in as many to this green guy as we can get. It's a bit of an emergency action we're taking here. Hopefully it's enough to save us. This is a terrible use of 4 motorways. But I don't really know what to do because they're so spread out. Oh God, and another new pink destination. That is not what we needed. They're kind of struggling over here anyway. Am I struggling for pink clusters? I think we could claw this roundabout back by taking this guy off and putting him back on that area because they might need him anyway. And if I wait for the roundabout to come back, I might try and put it in here, and then these two are going to have to share, which is really a very, very imperfect solution, but I'm not sure what else to do. I've had some new pinks appear around here, although they do seem to be getting used by these people. So I don't really know if I can consider them spares. Let's see how this works. I have very low hopes. I think it's going to go badly. I could try and, yeah, maybe add these 2 pinks in. I think we might have to do that. I'll keep that space reserved just in case, but see if that helps us. And maybe even while these 2 aren't needed at home right now, they could be another little emergency solution. Just very temporary. To stop these 2 dying. Ooh, and I'm going to probably regret that almost immediately as they're then needed here. Oh, and we've had another pink appear up here, which is quite useful. Got pinks appearing over here, which is less useful. Although they could be piped over here into this one, and then we might be able to separate this mess out from each other a bit. Oh my God, this guy's gone circular. We're pausing again. We've got to pause again. And then to really make this work, I'd kind of need to move this roundabout over one, which is going to be a bit tricky. So I might just have to kind of have these guys piped in here for now, which I really don't love. We'll put a traffic light in. See if that helps anything at all. Maybe we make it a crossroads. That always feels worse, but I guess that's what we've come to in trying times. These pinks really still struggling, to be honest, so. And week 13, road tiles or traffic lights. We're not really in need of road tiles at all at this point, so I'll take the traffic lights. Oh dear, this blue is very unhappy. Alright, I've stared at this for a while and I don't really know what I can do to help this blue, so I'm just going to play and see what happens. Looks like that little surge may have helped him a bit. I have no idea if that's a good enough permanent solution. I imagine not. Yeah, he is struggling. Sunday, roundabouts or bridges? Still got 3 bridges and we're out of roundabouts. Let's go for the roundabout. And perhaps as predicted, this green guy is not surviving super long with this silly motorway setup. My only solution I have is to chuck another motorway in there. If this one's the death of me with his 5 motorways, I'll be so annoyed. Week 15, traffic lights or bridges? Let's go for bridges again. Looking pretty precarious over here. I wonder if it's because this motorway is too close to the entrance. That can affect them sometimes. God, and this blue is also pretty unhappy. We may be near our end. I don't know how these guys can survive this, really. These ones are just having problems getting in, really. They'd probably prefer to come around this way. Maybe I'll have to put it a bit further away from the entrance, see if that does anything for us. God, there's absolute chaos. I've lost track of where everything is. Maybe, I mean, can I still fit a roundabout in there? Oh my god, I can, wow. That might actually save us. Although it might be too little too late. Let's see how they respond to it. The blues are also having a bit of a struggle, these two down here. The light blues, that is. As well as the dark blues. Oh, what's causing this traffic jam? Was that some guy that's bugged out? Oh dear, well that's a bit of a shame. I think a car bugged out there and wouldn't move when really it could. Or maybe I'm making excuses. Alright, well, thank you for watching. We got to 111 days and a final commuter value of 2,662, which I imagine is not that high a score considering what we looked at before we started, but let's have a cheeky peek. Yeah, top 15%, not my best. But that was a fun one. It was very chaotic, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week for the weekly challenge as well.